The City Bar Justice Center trains more than 1,000 lawyers each year and leverages more than $18 million of legal services each year. That's a lot of lawyers, and so it's really a great tribute to those select few who are receiving these awards.
We actually had a really interesting case involving a minor who had been a victim of an illegal adoption scheme. And so she was brought here without paperwork, unknown to her adoptive parents. And then at the age of 13, her parents found out she was here illegally. Unfortunately, she didn't have status, and she couldn't adjust and get status because she had entered without inspection. So we kind of came up with a creative way to apply for a U visa, which is a visa that's available for a victim of a crime. So the application's pending, and it's kind of one of the only cases like that out there, and it was really interesting to work on, and hopefully we'll be able to get her a green card and eventually naturalize citizenship.
I write wills for elderly people, of course, and every once in a while I volunteer by working for an hour or so at a clinic where people can come in and ask questions about issues pertaining to estate planning or otherwise as they age.
Basically, working the hotline means that you answer a wide variety of questions. You give advice, information, and the legal tools, and sometimes referrals, to callers in almost all areas of consumer law and matrimonial law, some very, very simple immigration, housing, you name it, all kinds of civil law questions.
I have a couple of clients who are facing foreclosure on their homes, and I will do whatever I can to help them save their homes, and also to for them to seek a loan modification.
Actually, one of the first things I worked on with NELP was a leasing clinic down on the Lower East Side, and one of the most fabulous responses from the clients was, I didn't know I could negotiate this. And they didn't realize that they had the power to actually talk back to the landlord and negotiate terms of their lease for things that worked for them. And when we explained to them, yes, you're paying money and for this lease, it gave them a sense, like a light went on in their head.
So I work on getting political asylum for refugees, largely from Africa, but from other countries as well. And then when hopefully you are successful in getting them asylum, after that, I work on all of the ancillary stuff that comes next, getting them work permits, getting their families here, getting them green cards, and hopefully ultimately citizenship.
Well, I'm fortunate to be the pro bono counsel at my firm, so I get to manage all of the pro bono work we do. I also get to do a lot of pro bono work myself, and I've always done a lot of pro bono work in my career. I think it's a great way to give back to the community. Quite frankly, you benefit as much, if not more, than your clients from the work you do. I've gained a lot of substantive skills, but most importantly, I think the legal profession is one of the rare professions that encourages attorneys to give back, and there's certainly a glaring need in society to do so, and certainly we can help those who need it most by doing pro bono work.
Pro bono work is a great way to give back, especially working at a big firm. You know, as a junior, you might be not super involved in talking with clients on the deals that you're on, and pro bono gives you an opportunity to work directly with clients. And also, I feel like that the time periods for pro bono cases are much shorter, so you can actually see, you know, what your work can do for someone, and you can be a part of something from the beginning to the end. And you know, pro bono clients are so grateful for anything that you can do for them.
I really do enjoy doing pro bono work. It gives me a different perspective, and it's an eye-opener for me. So certain aspects of society which I never experienced, and through both pro bono, it gives me the opportunity to see what they're facing.
People tell me that they enjoy doing the pro bono work for the legal clinic, for the homeless program, because it gives them a chance to do work that they might not otherwise get to do. At least not as often. They get a chance to stand up and talk before an administrative law judge. They get a lot of contact with the clients, and they get a chance to think on their feet, and they get a chance to see a matter through resolution, which you don't necessarily get to do very often on a standard litigation matter.
Well, I really enjoy working with NELP and the city bar, because I think there are so few opportunities for corporate transactional lawyers like myself to really make a meaningful sort of difference in the lives of people. Litigators and others get this opportunity a lot more easily. I think what's also really exciting for me is the chance to work with associates, younger lawyers in my law firm, and to bring them with me to these clinics, and to sort of see the excitement that they get in being able to take some of these abstract things that they deal with in the context of a giant corporate law firm and apply them directly to people and see how that can matter in these people's just everyday lives.
The City Bar Justice Center has been great to work with. They always have clients they recommend to us, so there's always work you can do. I think sometimes part of the hard part of doing pro bono is finding clients to work with and finding the people to sort of be able to do the work. And the City Bar makes it very easy. We get emails weekly with clients, so you always, if you have the desire to do it, you can do it, which is great.
It allows me to give back in a way that doesn't make it seem like a burden to me, but really feels like an opportunity to help and to make that actually probably some of the best parts of my schedule. My chance to get out, come over here and help people out.
Yeah, the thing that I love about doing cases through the Refugee Assistance Project is the amount of support and feedback that you get. Jennifer Kim, who runs the program, is just a fabulous resource. She always returns your calls. She looks at your emails, she reads things, she reacts, and you really get, her full attention, deep, analysis of what you're doing. And so, especially when you're first starting out and you don't really know what you're doing, and there's not always someone in your firm that you can turn to have that support here is just enormous.